day, Pop's Farm was a place to go. Load a truck up, hit the dirt road, jump the barbed wire, spread the word. Like the King in the can, the Marlboro Man. Jack and Jim were a few good men where you learn how to kiss and cuss and fight too. Better watch out for the boys.
The ground cable earth clamp for his welding rig. So you notice there's a cut one there. So I probably should have started a little earlier on recording this, but he needed a little longer. So we got him another stretch of cable. And this was his way of connecting the two, which, you know, I guess, I mean, it was all wrapped up in electrical tape. So I told him, man, leave your ground cable here and I'm going to build you a proper splice. So extending a cable is not uncommon. Hell, I added a longer earth clamp to mine for my MIG machine. And there it is right there. So, but that's strong. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. Good solid current. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make one for him. So I got it chucked up here in the lathe, and let me see if I can find y'all somewhere to clip y'all on where y'all can watch this get built. Hey, that looks like it'll work. Alright, so basically what we've done here, we've got a piece of solid bronze, something, and essentially what I'm going to do is, oh, we need to bore it out some more, that's right, before I take it off. So, what I do is I measured the cable with it stripped back. I stripped back some new cable, and basically it measures out to 1/2 inch. So the plan here is going to be, we'll take this piece of bearing bronze and we're going to bore it out a little over 1/2 inch, and we got to leave some thickness here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, once it's bored all the way through and cleaned up, I'm going to take it over to the mill and I'm going to drill 4 holes in the top of it and then tap them to accept grub screws, so that we'll be able to take the cable, stick it in there, tighten those grub screws down on the cable, and then basically that'll hold everything in place and we'll be able to do it from either side. So basically that's where we're at. I kind of already started on it, but I'm somewhat limited here, but let's see if we can make it happen. Go to 327 RPM. Make sure we lock the tool down. think we're going to take that side down just a little bit because it doesn't have to be that tall. We need enough meat there for the grub screws to work, but that's a little bit excessive. I'll be right about there. Locked in. Alright, I like that form tool. It makes a nice radius on the end of it. Alright, see what we can come up with on this one. Rattling bag of dimes you hear. There's a big ring gear back there. The bushing is only out by a few thousandths, but it's enough that it makes racket all the time. The faster you go, the more racket it makes. was that? A little warm. So we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 grub screws in here. So let me get it set up over here in the middle, and whoop, take that out. Never, good practice, never leave that in there. Get it over here and set up in the middle, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so this is a old Van Norman mill. I'm not going to go get an edge finder and try to find the perfect center and all that kind of good jazz. There just ain't no need in it. Alright. Okay, sorry. Back to what I was saying. I'm not going to take a bunch of time and try to edge find this thing and get it. Oh, shoot. Perfect. It just doesn't make any sense to do that because we're yeah, I did change it from 4 grub screws to 2. I'm going to use these 3/8 16s. Pretty big cable, and my grub screw assortment is subpar at best. So there goes nothing. Alright, should be on the money. Holes punched in there. Carry y'all over here. Figure out where we can clip y'all to. Tell you what you're going to do. You're going to get a view of the floor. Okay. I guess I'm going to clamp it in here like so. Alright. Good tap selection. So I've got some bottoming taps, beings that we're not going to be able to get very deep into it, but man, this is bearing bronze, so I don't even know that we're going to need a bottom tap for it. Looks like it's in full thread before I bottomed out. Dang it. I always forget to chamfer those holes. Okay. All right. That is that. We're done with the middle and the three-phase. So, key here, we're going to take the wire, stick it in, pinch down on it, stick it in. Oh, sorry. Okay. We're going to take the wire, stick it in, pinch down on it, stick the other wire in, pinch down on it. And then last, we're going to use some heavy duty heat shrink tubing. Now, you have to be careful with heat shrink tubing because there's several different kinds out there. The stuff that I use, has a glue inside of it, an adhesive inside of it, and essentially it glues the work as well as okay, 3/16 bit. Here's our first one. I cut all that old stuff off and stripped back some new stuff. Ooh, I might need to go a little bit further, but we're gonna try. So while yes, this is holding, so that's what you're left with. Now, I got to strip back the next piece of wire, and then I got to cut me a piece of heat shrink tube. Set that right there. Okay, let me go cut us a piece of heat shrink tube. So this is the stuff I was telling you to watch out for. See how flimsy it is? There's no glue inside this. I mean, I'm basically at this point, I'm just doing it for protection. It's just gonna give it a little bit of protection is all it's gonna do. So, sorry, Spenceroni. I don't have any of the good stuff that's big enough for this massive wire. one thing about it, it's gonna hold. All right, just a second. Hoo-ha if it wasn't attached to me. And there's our repair. So that's a strong, pull it out. That ought to be as good for him as he can get. So we're gonna leave that right there. And that's just a simple quick fix. If you've got access to a lathe, or even, man, you could use a piece of heavy wall pipe, would probably even work if you can drill it and tap it. Either way, that is probably one of the better ways to splice two heavy cables together. Now, you can go to the big box stores in their electrical section where they keep the zip ties and the wire nuts and ground leads and all that kind of stuff, and they sell a kit that comes with heat shrink tubing and a double-ended ferrule with the little set screws in it, just basically what we just made. The only problem is it only goes up to, I think, like 6 gauge or 4 gauge. So I know they make them bigger, but I'd imagine it's a special order only, and that's just not something that I can make it. So, why worry about it? And they're usually made out of aluminum, not copper or brass or anything like that. So that being said, quick little trick to extending your welding leads. Y'all have a good day, and thanks for watching.